Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're taking a close look at Hartzell's Heat and Air. They're based out of Kingfisher, Oklahoma.
Right, serving central Oklahoma since, wow, 1990.
Yeah, quite a while. And if you need to reach them, the number's 405-449-5897.
Good to have handy. Their regular hours are Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 6 p.m.
Saturdays, too, 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. But, what stands out is that 24-hour availability during harvest time.
That really does. It shows they understand the local demands, when things have to keep running.
Exactly. They handle HVAC for homes, businesses, quite a wide area, too. Kingfisher, Logan, Canadian counties.
Garfield, Major, Blaine counties as well. So yeah, good chunk of central Oklahoma.
So imagine your AC quits in July or the heat goes out in January. We're going deep today on what actually happens when you call Hartzell's. What's that service call look like?
And part of that picture is their certification. They're a trained comfort specialist.
Which isn't just a sticker, right? It implies certain standards.
Oh, definitely. Train has criteria for that. Things like customer satisfaction, technical skill, keeping up with training.
Okay, so it signals a commitment. Plus, they've got their Oklahoma mechanical license.
The number 115936.
BBB accreditation. And they're members of the ACCA, the Air Conditioning Contractors of America.
All signs of, professionalism and reliability.
So our mission today is really to understand the process, the expertise behind a Hartzell service call. What backs up their promise of fast, reliable service you can trust. Let's get into it.
Okay, so first contact, you need service, you pick up the phone.
That number again, 405-449-5897.
Right. Or you schedule during their open hours. And like we said, that harvest time coverage is key.
That flexibility, going beyond the standard 9 to 5 or even 7 to 6, says a lot. And they do have the website option too, right?
Yeah, a book and appointment link. So, options for how you reach out.
Okay, appointments booked.
Yeah.
Now, who actually shows up at your door? They talk about their technicians.
They emphasize highly skilled, licensed, and certified technicians. That license, the OKMEC license, is crucial. It means they've met state requirements to do the work safely and correctly.
And they mention the owner, Dave, and his expert team.
Which often signals, hands-on involvement from the top, a focus on quality.
Makes sense. And the trained comfort specialist status ties back into this.
Absolutely. It usually requires regular, ongoing training. It's not just a one-time thing. They have to stay updated on the latest HVAC tech and service methods.
So the tech arrives. Let's say my AC is blowing warm air or the furnace is making a clanking noise. What's the diagnostic process typically involved? They promise to diagnose and fix it right the first time.
Well, that suggests a thorough approach. A good technician won't just guess. They'll likely start by, asking you questions. What's happening? When did it start? Any weird sound?
Gathering intel first.
Exactly. Then they move to the system itself. For an AC, maybe checking the thermostat, looking over the outdoor unit, the indoor unit.
Checking for obvious stuff like blocked airflow.
Right. And then digging deeper. Checking refrigerant levels is common. Looking for leaks. That's often a culprit for cooling issues. It's a systematic check.
So it's methodical, not just swapping parts randomly.
Definitely not. Find the root cause. And once they figure it out, that's where their range of services comes in. If it's AC repair, they talk about lasting indoor comfort.
Suggesting a proper fix, not just a patch.
Hopefully, yes. They should explain the problem clearly, what your options are for the repair.
Same for heating, furnace, or heat pump issues. They want to keep homes warm and safe. Now, they specifically call out air conditioner capacitors. Why that part?
Capacitors. They're really critical for getting the motors in your AC unit started and running the compressor motor, the fan motor.
Okay.
And they fail a lot, especially under stress, like in the summer heat. It's a super common reason for an AC not working.
So mentioning it probably means they see it all the time and know how to handle it quickly.
Exactly. It shows experience with frequent failure points.
Gotcha. And they do both AC replacement and repair. So from fixing that capacitor to, needing a whole new unit if it comes to that.
Right. They cover the spectrum, and they guarantee quality every time.
Which leads to thinking about avoiding the call in the first place. They offer preventative maintenance.
Yes. And that's really key for heading off some of these problems.
So what does that maintenance involve usually?
Think of it like a tune-up for your car, but for your HVAC. Their plans usually involve detailed checks of everything.
Like cleaning things.
Yeah, cleaning coils, checking or changing filters that alone impacts efficiency a lot. Also, checking refrigerant levels, lubricating parts that move, testing the whole system's operation.
Looking for small issues before they become big ones.
Precisely. keeping the system in peak condition, as they put it. It's proactive.
An investment to hopefully avoid bigger costs and, frankly, the discomfort later on. Okay, beyond the technical skill, what about customer satisfaction? How do they address that?
Well, they state a commitment to superior workmanship and unparalleled expertise. That's the baseline.
Okay.
Then there's the Google Guarantee badge you might see. Google has standards for that. It offers some protection and signals trustworthiness.
And they offer a warranty.
Yes, a 6-month labor warranty. That's significant. It means if something related to their work goes wrong within 6 months, they stand behind it.
That definitely provides some peace of mind.
For sure. And one last thing, think about the types of systems they list.
Right. You mentioned that geothermal, commercial refrigerant.
Heating, furnaces, ductless mini-splits, train systems.
So not just standard residential AC and furnaces.
Exactly. Each of those systems works differently, has unique potential issues. Servicing a geothermal system isn't the same as fixing a mini-split.
So listing them implies their techs have like a broad range of training and experience.
That's the implication, yes. That they're equipped to handle diverse HVAC technologies you might have.
Okay, so wrapping up this deep dive on a Hartzell service call, what are the key takeaways?
It seems to boil down to skilled, licensed technicians, a systematic diagnostic approach, a full range of repair and maintenance options, and a clear focus on quality work and customer satisfaction, backed by things like warranties and certifications.
Covering that wide service area in central Oklahoma we listed earlier.
Right. Kingfisher, Logan, Canadian, Garfield Major, and Blaine counties.
So for listeners in that area, they represent a long-standing credentialed choice for HVAC help.
And I think exploring this really underscores how complex these systems are. When something breaks, you want someone who knows what they're doing and has a process.
Yeah, understanding what goes into a quality service call, like the diagnostics and the technician's background, gives you confidence.
Absolutely. And maybe it gets you thinking about how regular maintenance, that proactive step, could potentially help you sidestep needing that emergency call altogether. Something to consider for keeping your home comfortable reliably.